It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I did the best. Said that to the streets.
All right. Yo.
What's good, great people? Happy day. Happy day.
Happy day. So this question came back up. This was on, so Killer Mike was on Bill Maher's channel, and also Governor Chris I don't know how to Sununu, I think I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm. Sununu.
And
that's
Jessica
what it looks like.
Tyler. So the question came up. It was on this one particular piece on this clip when they brought up the questions again about reparations. Reparations conversations come back up because they're like, Killer Mike was he's basically saying, let's play the clip first and then we'll talk about what's been said.
I'm curious to hear what Killer Mike's views are on this.
It's just this one part I want to talk about, and we're gonna go into some other things on it.
No, you don't hear black people arguing against reparations for anyone. We've never argued against reservations.
I agree on that.
We've never argued against any payouts for people in America is wrong.
I agree on that.
We're simply saying, while we're at the table, let's do something to aid the people that until 60 years ago lived in apartheid.
Okay, but like
60 years is not.
Yo, do me a favor, y'all. Smash that like button, and we will continue on with this video.
Not very long.
This is one little part I want to hear what y'all think.
Native Americans, we gave them the casino industry. Yeah. What about, supermarkets?
Could black people have the marijuana industry?
Well, I'm something like that.
Look at his fucking face. Would you give us marijuana? Multi-billion-dollar industry is still fresh. It's still growing. Why doesn't Killer Mike have a marijuana license in Georgia?
Okay, so that I want to see. This is something that had me a good question. So let's say conversation wise, because y'all know we've talked about this reparations things for a minute, and it was brought up a good thing. It was brought up as far as the reparations of because they tried to say Indians and the casinos, and it was been said things about those conversations, the Jewish people and the Holocaust, those conversations. And what about blacks and marijuana? I think, now I'm gonna say this straight up, like I'm not all into this reparations talk, but I think now if you're gonna do something, that would be a dope one to do, because a lot of people could eat off that. A lot of business could grow. A lot of people could really blow up on that one. If you talk about if you're gonna give a group of people something,
So I mean,
I'm not, because I don't know. I don't have to always bash, not like always bash on reparations, because they see a black man talking against reparations. You think I'm everything about that I agree with. Some things I don't. I think if you're gonna, because Biden is handing out so much stuff. That's what Killer Mike is coming with it. He's handing out so much stuff. So you might as well go ahead and won't you give this to them? Because so many black people have been put in behind bars and still behind bars for the marijuana industry. Won't you go ahead and give that over? And then so my thinking is with that, if we're talking about within this topic, you got let me put this back up. I'm gonna put this on the screen, y'all. You got it is time to do something different, because you got Biden over here that's saying let's give, or New York, which is, to me, that's still Biden to me, but let's give 53 million. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out the screen. Let's give these prepaid cards to immigrants, and let's give them food stamps and stuff like that, so that, because apparently they were unhappy. The immigrants were getting about $11 worth of food, $11 meals a day. Or every time, I'm sorry, I take that back. Every meal they get is worth $11, which is really good. That's really good. So they're saying, let's give them cards, let's give them money, let's let them do their own shopping. So my question is, I think you should. I think just black people should get certain things. Now, what I'm saying about handing out checks and stuff like that, I don't think so. I don't think that's the way. But I believe you can give an industry. I do believe you can get it. I think the marijuana industry is a good way to reverse things that people have been locked up for marijuana. But with this,
I don't know. I mean, so I still have kind of mixed reviews on the reparations, but I do feel if you are going to,
because technically it's not reparation. They're saying we're going to give this to this community while we're giving out everybody. We're giving the immigrants everything. We're letting you come over here. We take care of your needs. Yeah, okay. And then it is okay for black people to say, do we get anything out this deal? Yeah, give them. We ain't say I'm not, like I said, I'm not for the check giving. Let's cut your check. Because I know everybody's just going to come and go crazy on this section. If I were to say cut a check, I told you I'm not for that. But I do say the marijuana industry is so fresh and new. I think that's a great thing you can give to a black community.
So I think that it should be the plan should be something well thought out to help people with businesses.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's going to be an industry, so what does the word of God say about that? We've already kind of talked about that. Is this for medicinal purposes
only? But that's
you
what.
know,
But I can't sue. I can't.
Or
I'm not talking about
because-
from a level. I can't say.
because we know Georgia is a state where it's not legal.
Yeah.
So it would have to become legal, or it would need to become legal.
It would be legal. I think we had a time
before we do the medicinal part, because even now you can get the medicinal there through a prescription.
Yeah, correct. But like I said, because I said this before, babe, I said God made that particular herb for healing, and like Cat Williams say, but the problem is if you so happen to light it on fire. But that's the issue. I'm not just saying. I'm just saying from the medicinal standpoint, because it is a plant that has beneficial needs for the body. Getting high off of it, no, that's not why God made that plant for you to get high off of it. But it has a high level of medication naturally for the body.
Right.
But
I think that they ought to give people businesses, help them build businesses.
I'm saying that's
or
what I'm
set
saying.
up like. But it doesn't have to necessarily be that particular industry.
But that's what he's talking about, that business
I
per se.
understand
This
that.
is the conversation.
Right, yeah,
I'm saying
I get
if you
that.
give one away,
Yeah, I mean,
that be.
yeah,
Like,
it could.
Because that's a new upcoming business. You're not hurting nothing giving that business over yet.
Yeah.
Now, if he said something about you want to give black people all the crypto, then yeah, people gonna be like, what? Oh my God. But the marijuana business and the same business that has in the same area that has got so many people locked up and they got locked up for selling it, I think that would be a good flip. As a black man, conservative man, I think that would be a good flip if you give into the black community.
Okay.
And also, but I'm gonna keep going. They want stopping on that. So, like I said, you can give. Why is it that you can get people over here that legally didn't have to come over here, that legally had come over, you giving them what they want, and then they not even happy with it. You got people fighting people, you got people bucking on the police, and y'all allowed it. And then the same president is talking about he needs to slash the grocery prices. He wants to slash the grocery prices, and he's coming at the necks of these grocery chains because their prices are too high.
Please.
Why are the prices too high, Joe Biden? Why are the prices high? What inflated? How much money did you get out? Why are the prices shoot up? Did they just shoot out the blue? Why are the prices up? So why are you coming at you really? That's like saying you trying to go out there and you tackling the symptoms.
It's
no,
crazy.
you're the reason.
It's like a zoo. That's what I feel like. It's like a zoo. Because here you've created this horrible mess of allowing people to come over here without following a proper protocol, regardless of their situation or where their country is. I just watched a video today. Tucker Carlson had I can't remember the man's name, but he was just like, he was at some type of concentration, or not concentration. It was at some type of camps where a lot of the immigrants were actually at these particular camps. It was his Chinese immigrants, and what he was saying was that it's many of them weren't very friendly, and it was a lot of men. Not he could count on one hand if any children. So he's looking at some things from a different angle. If you want to catch the video, you go check out Tucker's page for that footage.
Okay,
but he's saying they've created a monstrosity that is not in the best benefit of this country. And so what, people are in a horrible situation in their country. And it's not like, okay, not in a cold or callous way that I'm not saying so what. He's saying that to the point where, okay, so you're going to let people come over who's struggling and going through things in their country. But what about the people that's already struggling and going through things in this? They're first. They're on hard times. Yeah. What about those people who are struggling and going through things in hard times and hardships and, in here? But yet now you're just allowing people to come over with, okay, yeah, people want a better life. And people in America want a better life.
Yeah.
So let them follow the proper protocols to have and get to a better life, just like the people here have to follow certain things to get to a better life, but have them come in appropriately.
I'm for taking care of. America has to take care of their own, and then they take care of others.
And that's exactly what he was saying.
And I will say this: I do, and I feel like when just something come to me. If Biden goes after the food company and he tells them to slash prices, y'all need it, and you go at them hard, and you spend all his resources at making them slash those prices. That, you know what that does? That helps his whole thing with the immigrants, the food, the
Of
lower
course,
prices.
but
that helps his vote.
that's
Because
the whole point.
Now it's cheaper. Now it's so much cheaper.
That's the whole point.
And you can start families and you go in because you can eat. Because you got to think, what's one of your biggest bills? It's your eating bill.
That's the whole point. Yeah, every time I think about it, I get even more and more frustrated and upset about it because it's just unheard of. You got people here struggling, can barely make it, and really are doing things the right way, not the criminals and the crooks. I'm talking about the people that's trying to make it.
Yeah.
Then you have many people that's homeless. You don't know what their situation is. Everybody who's homeless didn't choose to be homeless based off of circumstances and choices. Some people may have made some horrible choices, and other people's may have life could have happened, and they looked up and they're like, "Oh my God, how did I get to this place?"
Yeah.
But it wasn't something that they planned to do. Maybe they weren't on drugs, so you can't say everybody who's homeless is on drugs, make horrible mistakes. That's not it in every case.
It's not it.
That's not it.
Yeah,
so what about those people? What about veterans? What about the veterans who have fought for this country, who have lost limbs, who have mental disorders, who have no family members, or their family may not be in a position to look out for them, and they're trying to get benefits. They're trying. I mean, they've been working and so hard. It's like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and
it has to come to an end. So looping around back to the reparations part, that's why let's bring this back around full circle. I don't know if I'm about giving that particular industry, I feel like, well, what else could it be? It doesn't have to be checks, but could it be businesses? Could it be, I don't know what types of businesses that are lucrative. It could be in the banking industry. It could be in real estate, property. I mean, I don't know.
I think you give the one back that has got so many black people in jail for felony charge for marijuana. I think that's a major win to give that industry to them.
Well, okay, I can see that. Okay, I see where you're going with it, but yeah, okay, I get you. I'm still thinking of other things.
And
that
if
could
everybody
happen.
you get in the conversation and you're going against me, you are a pure hater, and you probably don't live the best life.
What you mean going against you?
What I'm saying, because what you gonna say? How you gonna say that? How can you fight that? Somebody gonna come down.
Everybody don't have to agree.
Man, you should.
That's the whole point of being able to have people engaged
Watch
that
the
have
comment
different
section.
views.
Watch the comment section.
You can have different views, just don't be attacking and negative and all that, because y'all know how I feel about that. So you can say how you feel in your own thoughts, but don't be no jerk about it.
And this ain't on some level of, we were on the slave part. This is to say, if you're going to give a group of people something, give this group of people this.
Okay.
So, and what happened is people have so selective hearing, they will only hear the part that they don't like. They don't hear the whole.
Don't worry about that,
guys.
guys.
All right,
Wrapping this thing on up,
Let's
guys.
wrap it up, man. Hey, 2024, be more
And talk less.
We'll see you on the next one.
Be different.